it's Adele. How you doing tonight? Friday night. Hope all is well. I wanted to go on tonight and show you some things I found today at the thrift store. And I'm going to ink them. Hopefully, if everything works out. Let me just check and make sure I'm on and everything's fine. Make sure you can hear me. Yep, it looks like you can hear me. So everybody's probably out to eat with their spouses or whatever, but I'm here ready to chalk because my foot's giving me a little grief today. So I have an injury from a couple years ago from a car accident, and my foot's really hurting me today. But I'm gonna go on and try to ink these. Hopefully, we'll see if it all works out. I just noticed some marks. So here's what I found. I found these two things at Goodwill in Wickenburg that my friend Betty told me to go to. Yes. So I'm gonna ink on them, hopefully. I just noticed a mark on this one. I thought I scrubbed it off pretty good, but I don't know what that mark is. Hey there. Anyway, so my foot's been bugging me a little bit today, so this is gonna be probably one of the shorter videos. But anyway, I was in a car wreck a couple of years ago, and it injured my foot pretty bad, and I'm still dealing with that. I was on my foot quite a bit yesterday, and it's just talking to me really good today. So I'm going to be putting this logo on here, and I'm trying to decide which ink color. So if you see one that you think I should put on there, now's the time to tell me. So let me just go on here real quick and invite a couple of people over here. Give me 1 second. Two seconds. All right. So, what color do you think I should use, Betty? Maybe Lori will get on here and help us. She was really great at picking color yesterday. So, I'm gonna go ahead and point the camera down. How's everybody doing tonight? Hey, Sherry. Hey, Adriana. I can say it right. I'm getting ready to put some ink on these two thrift store finds that I'm trying to pick the color. So if you have any color suggestions, this is all ink. I was leaning to white on this one, but then I thought silver might look good. And I'm still trying to decide if I'm gonna ink on this one tonight. It's got a little mark on it. I swear I scrubbed the heck out of it. Maybe I'll just put it on anyway. So I'm just wanting to just put, you know, the Chalk Couture logo on these. One of them will hold paint brushes and things like that I have. Silver, yeah, I thought the silver would go really good with that purple. So that's what I'll start with. I'll do this one first. And then if you guys want to comment on which one to use on the red, I'm thinking maybe silver, maybe black. Black will probably wash out, not show as well, maybe white. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. This is our Chalkology Chalk Couture ink, or our Couture ink, I should say. If I can get it open. And there we go. Hey, Yvonne. Yvonne's the friend that I went to Phoenix with today. So the first thing I'm gonna do, this is our silk screen transfer. This is not a stencil. This is something that can be used over and over again. The company says 8 to 10 times. I've personally used some of my transfers this size probably hundreds of times because I use them at shows and vendor events. So I'm just taking a little bit of the sticky off. And the reason I'm doing that is because I want to be able to pull this off without stretching the transfer when I'm done. On this particular surface, this is why I'm destickifying it. On wood, the reason you destickify is because these are really super adhesive and you don't want it to pull up the wood and have it damage your transfer. So that's why we destickify, which is also called fuzzing if you watch anybody else's videos. but my friend Tarina calls it de-stickifying, and I love that term. So, all right. So I'm gonna put it right on here. Looks a little crooked. First I thought I would drink out of these, but maybe not. I was thinking the red one. I like to drink out of mason jars. I don't know why. I just do. And I really liked the way this one looked in the Goodwill today. Sorry, plug the Goodwill. The thrift store today. So I just want to make sure that this is down really well. So I'm just gonna use the thicker end of the squeegee to put it on with. There we go. Okay. Next, I'm going to take the ink and I'm going to load up my squeegee, and I'm going to start off the transfers with inks. That's how you do it. You start off the transfer and then you pull down. Okay. And I want to make sure the ink gets all the way through. I want a pretty good, healthy coat. So it's probably thicker than you would think of putting it on, but then I'm going to go back and I'm going to squeegee off the excess. So right now I'm just making sure that I'm working it in a little bit, making sure it's all on there, and then I'm going to go through and kind of just make sure it's all on there nice and smooth. So yeah, I went to Costco today and it was a horrible mess. And I think between going to Costco and being up on my feet most of yesterday, my foot's really talking to me today and really hurting. So I'm just gonna get this sleeve done and then go get off my foot and put some more oils on it. So let's see, I hope I don't have an air bubble. So if you have an air bubble, it will end up looking sort of like a blob, kind of what you would think. So let's go ahead and pull it off and see how we look. I'm a little nervous, but hey, it was just a thrift store find, so if it's ruined, it's not the end of it. Plus I could wash it off if I really wanted to. Okay, so I'm gonna start at the corner, and then I'm gonna work my way towards the other corner, because I don't want to stretch the transfer. Oh, look at that. It's looking good. Oh, I really love it. I'm glad we picked silver. What do you guys think? Give me some hearts. Show me some love. Wow, that looks cool. Oh, I love it. Look at that. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this transfer in some water and wash off the ink. I'll go off camera for just a minute. And then I will dry this transfer with my heat gun, hopefully not melt it. And that will allow it so that I can use it again real quickly here. Yay, thanks Betty, I love it too. It's looking good. I'll turn it, let me turn it. There you go. Probably see it a little better now. Woo, okay. Now I'm just gonna dry off this silk screen so I can do the next one. Hey Dee, how's it going? I really wanted to go to your garden thing yesterday, Dee, but I was busy doing some chalking classes, so I couldn't make it to your thing. One of these days I'm gonna make it to one of your classes, because that's one of the things I really wanted to do this season, was go to one of Dee's gardening classes that she teaches down at the local hardware store. Dee is amazing and very crafty. She has a good eye for what looks good. And she's also a master gardener. Oh, okay, sorry. Let me pull it up to the camera. Maybe my camera is just, maybe my internet. Hold on, it might be my internet. Let me, no, let's see. Can you see it now, Adriana? So it's just got the logo for Chalk Couture there. I'm gonna put my paint brushes in it and my little spatulas that I have for whatever reason. But I can keep this right here in front of me, and it says Chalk Couture on it, so I like it. I'll hold it up there a little bit longer so you can see it. So what do you think? Give me some hearts if you like it or love it. Okay, next I want to do something similar on this one, but I'm wanting to pick a color. And what do you guys think? These are the 4 I have, or I could still do the silver again. The silver glimmer, I think is what it's called. Oh, shimmer silver. So, I'm trying to decide. I'm thinking white, maybe. I think black, it will disappear. These are our logo colors, but I don't know if they really go with the red. However, if Lori's watching, Lori would probably say yes. Yeah, I'm thinking the white too. Anybody else have any thoughts, ideas? Which color should I do it? So now this transfer is almost dry. It's got to be completely dry or it will kind of water down the ink. So it would actually make it, well, silver might look good. Okay, silver or white? What do you think, guys? I kind of like the way the silver looked on that purple one. It really popped off of it. Maybe I'll go silver again. I was planning on doing another color, but let's do white. Let's do white just because I was planning on doing another color anyway. So I went to one of Dee's favorite stores in Wickenburg, and that's where I got these 2 things today. I bought some other stuff that I'll be inking and chalking later on. So if you can see, there's a little bit of air bubble there. Oh good, I'm glad you saw it. Thanks, Adriana. Looks like we're going with white. Looks like that's the general consensus. I think red and white will look good together. Right now I'm just trying to make sure there's no air bubbles where the silk screen is. Because if there are, like I said, it will leave a blob. I think I'm a little crooked. Look at that. I'm crooked. I gotta start over. Sorry. Okay. It's hard because these rounded edges throw you off a little bit. But I do love drinking out of a ball glass. Does anybody else like that? Anybody else like drinking out of a ball glass? I don't know why, ball jar, mason jar, whatever you want to call them. For some reason, I've always liked drinking out of a mason jar. There we go. Get that on there real good. Make sure there's no air bubbles. Air bubbles are not our friend. I don't know. It looks a little off to me still. I'm gonna pull it off one more time. Yes, I can add my oils to this too. That's correct, Yvonne. Okay. Boy, why is it so hard to line this up? Okay, let's see. I'm gonna go a little lower to avoid that one spot. Trying to see. I think it's okay. I'm just gonna go for it. Oh, I'm a redneck. I love it, Dee. Maybe I am a redneck. I just have always liked it. And it didn't happen till later in life. Because when I was a kid, I think we had all plastic cups. Because I was raised in a family of like 9. So, we always had plastic, like those Tupperware glasses or something like that. Hey, Angela. Thanks for joining us. I'm inking on some thrift store finds. Went to Wickenburg today and picked up some thrift store finds. We'll see how this looks. Angela, are you going to Vegas? All right, so with ink, again, you start above the project, above the silk screen, and you pull down. I need to put a little bit more on because I want it to penetrate the silk screen, and since it's a little thicker than our, I don't know, it just needs to be nice and thick and worked down through that silk screen. So I'm gonna put it on kind of thick at first, and then I'll work it in a little bit better in a minute. I feel like I'm smearing frosting on right now. That's what it feels like to me. Maybe I'm just dreaming. Maybe that's what I want as cake for dessert tonight. Hey, Christy Lynn. So, okay. So now I'm just gonna scrape off the excess. And I'm just gonna start on one side and work my way over. I am inking mason jars that I found at a thrift store if you're just joining. The first one I inked was more of like a vase kind of thing, or a vase, depending on how you say it. And I'll show you that one here in a second. Okay, I'm just gonna make sure I don't have any lines. Looks like everything went through the transfer okay. So can you see that? You just want to make sure you work it in really good. Make sure it's nice and covered. And I see white everywhere, so I'm pretty confident that I'm good. Turn it over so you can see it first. Okay. All right, look at that. Woohoo! I love it. It looks amazing. Wow. That's awesome. So I'm gonna put the transfer in the water and then I'll wash it. And so for those of you who missed the first part, I'll show you the two projects. This is what I've done tonight. I can't tell. Let me see if... Oh, thank you for the hearts, everybody. I would love it if you would share if you're on your mobile device, the bottom left-hand button. Share with the Facebook the way it is. With Facebook the way it is. That's the only way our videos will show up, is if people start sharing them. So I would really appreciate your share. These are two cool glasses. I love them both. And that's it for me. I really love it. Wow, that's cool. Thanks for joining me tonight. I appreciate it. And this is Adele from Chalk Couture Crafts. And you guys have a good Friday evening. Thanks. Talk to you soon. Hey everybody, if you like this video, please click on the subscribe button and then hit the bell icon. And don't forget to visit my website. Thank you.